Hey everybody, it's Miss Nikila.
And Mr. Majors.
We want to thank you for joining us this Sunday on Speak On It, where we like to keep it fun, keep it real, and keep it aligned with the Word of God. We got a good show today.
Hopefully.
Juicy show. So, but first we're going to do the nice stuff. We're going to talk about wedding planning updates. Yay! Last time I was like, but now no, we are very happy. Mm-hmm. So.
If she's happy, I'm happy. Exactly. She's been miserable for a while.
Yes, I've been miserable. So, what my biggest dilemma was finding a reception hall. If you've ever shopped for wedding receptions, you know that once you say the word wedding, then it goes all downhill. The price went from $300 to $3,000 because we said wedding reception. So we had a hard time finding one. But we were down to two choices. So we want to talk about our the runner-up choice. The runner-up choice.
Which was still a good choice. It
excellent,
was
yeah.
Excellent. It was excellent.
We were really
place.
torn too, and our friend owns it. And so the first location is called Gray's Catering. Mm-hmm. What was the address? Like 55, like high school girl. Is that the word? High school girl road. It's over in that area.
Girl school road.
Girl school road. And so it's Gray's Catering. It's owned by Tanisha Gray and her husband. Excellent location. You can rent it out. They'll dress it up for you. They'll do the catering for you, or you can bring your own stuff. Really great location. Mm-hmm. So we really love them. We're going to do the reception. We're going to do the rehearsal dinner and things like that there. But where we fell in love. Yes. Y'all going to be like, oh my God, they are like really doing it big. Well, we're not, but we will be.
We will be.
We chose Bella Marcia.
Yes.
Beautiful. Walking distance from downtown, which of course the ceremony will be on the circle, right?
Yes.
And we walked in and we just absolutely fell in love.
Instantly.
It was beautiful. Beautiful location. So very grown and sexy. We can get a nighttime feel in the daytime.
And it's close.
And it's very close.
It's very close to the wedding.
You can bring your own food. It's black owned, which is something we wanted to make sure we did, was to support the small business owners. Yeah. And so Gray's is a small business. Make sure you support them. And also Bella Marcia is black owned. They're the only black owned event hall downtown. Mm-hmm. And then you can bring your own food and stuff like that. So y'all going to be like, boy, they were like really broke the bank on this one. We're going to be like, maybe not. What do you think?
Yes, we did.
He says, let him tell it. So we are very excited. We're very happy. Now we can move forward and do invitations, which will be a great day. Mm-hmm. And we can push on with this wedding planning. And we're down to 100 and something days. So yeah. I'm excited. Now to what he's ready to get to.
I'm good.
Now we're going to talk about today's topic. So if you saw our commercial, then you already know where we're headed with this. So we want to talk about women pursuing men in the relationships, asking them out on dates and stuff like that, and also women proposing to men.
Right.
It's kind of a thing now, and I don't know why, but we'll get into that later. It's a thing where women are proposing to men, and because they're ready. So we're going to talk about that today. We hope that you guys join us, and make sure that you comment so we can get to those comments and talk about it and see where we stand on the subject. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. Do we have the video next, or we good? We got the video. All right. So we ready for the video? Nope, that goes into the next one. So right now, first we're going to talk about, I know, and I wrote this myself. But is it okay for a woman to pursue a man?
Yes.
No.
I want to hear his answers. Explain, please.
Yes.
I mean,
let me get a good view. Mm-hmm. Let me get a good view of you.
It is okay for a woman to pursue a man. Mm-hmm. Because if she sees him and she likes him, why not say, hey, you think we can go have a drink?
I just don't.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You're beautiful. Can you tell that chain rattling is?
Against my microphone. Yes. There we go. Sorry, guys. Probably like, I don't hear a word she said because she's rattling. So you said if a woman finds herself to be interested, but I just really don't. I think that there's a difference between positioning and pursuing. I think it's okay for a woman to position herself.
She minds if she sees something she wants, she need to go get it.
And that's just okay with y'all?
Yes, that's okay with us.
It's not okay, ladies. I'm going to go against
you
that.
falling under the society rules.
No, I'm following under what works.
Look, this is 2018.
Okay.
If you can understand a boy that wants to be a girl but got a boyfriend that's gay, then you can't understand a woman should go after a man that she likes.
I don't. I mean, gender fluidity, it took me forever to understand that. First off, like pansexual, hetero, metro. I don't even know what metrosexual falls under that. They're just like nice clothes.
You know, there's so many, words now. I mean, when we was growing up, it was...
You're just either gay or straight or bi, maybe. But I think that some things are... some things stand the test of time and some things are the same from the beginning of the earth to the end of the earth. And I think that women pursuing men are one of those things.
It shouldn't be.
So let me ask you this. So the idea of a man asking a woman out, you feel that is outdated?
No, it's not outdated. I mean, it still happens. If he see a woman that he wants, he need to go get it. It's just what it is.
So, but you feel like with me feeling, so am I in a box right
Yes.
now? Am I one of those women that are
a small box?
A small box that feels like, so hey babe, let me take you to, I mean, so then when we get there, so like who pays?
Who paid?
Whoever asked.
Whoever, there it is.
So now she's out buying you dinners at Red Lobster.
Yeah, I mean, it don't have to be a Red Lobster then. If a dude is ain't gonna, okay. Now let's. If you ask me out,
I'm not.
Okay. If you ask me out, and I say okay, I'm gonna make sure we go out on a day that I have funds to do it, cause I'm gonna pay just cause I'm who I am. You did your part in asking me out, so I'm gonna pay.
That is so not the girl's part though. What? But I mean, see, if to ask you out, I mean, like for the first date, that's okay.
That she showed interest. She showed interest and she got drive and she got confidence.
Hey guys, okay, I have a microphone. I think they can hear me. No, it's real low. So can you guys hear me? I had a microphone. I was trying to get it to go through, but so people can hear me online without me yelling.
Oh, okay.
I want to know, first of all, Stacy, where is the passion that you had before them cameras start rolling? I wish you guys saw this camera angle I just had on him when he was double eyeing Nikita like, and before the show, it was like, oh, you going down.
Yeah, it was like WWE up in here.
That passion, this still at the beginning, so
I guess he's warming up to it, maybe.
Yeah, this the first round.
My actual question is, if a woman asks you out, Stacy, you tell me, put yourself in that situation. How are you feeling at that point?
If a woman asks me out, I'm happy.
Really?
I'm excited. I'm happy. She likes me.
But you were so old school, though.
But it don't matter. But she showed initiative that she liked me, just like a woman gets excited when a man asks her out. The men get excited, when a woman asks him out. So I would be excited. I wouldn't feel her, I wouldn't put anything against her. That just shows she likes me, so I don't have to go through steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play the game to get her.
I think it takes the work out of it, though. Like, so now it made it easy for you.
No,
it's not easy.
That, hey, I like you.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we've had these heated discussions at home already. So we at work, and I like Bill. You know what I'm saying? So I walk past, and I'm like, oh my God, Bill, you would be so fun to go out with one day. You would be so fun over a cup of coffee. Boom. I done expressed interest.
Yes,
I done opened the door. Bill know. I done flipped my hair and everything. I laughed at his corny joke. So at that point, then Bill can be like, so hey, Nikila, why don't I take you out for coffee one day to Starbucks? And I'm like, oh my God, that's such a great idea, Bill.
See,
I'm like, where did you even come up with that at?
See, now,
I mean, that's slick.
In
that's
a way,
like,
that's slick, but that's a game. You playing a game
It's
instead of
all a
just
game.
going out and grabbing what you want. What if Bill ain't thinking about that? You know,
Then Bill's not that intimate.
Bill is at work. Bill can love looking at you and into you and everything, but Bill's mind is somewhere he's not into. Yes, he it can happen. It can happen.
I think that if a man is interested, no matter how shy, no matter how whatever, that he will find that courage to ask you out if he really wants to be with you. I really do. I really feel like he has to be. If he's into you, he'll make a way.
And it can. So what you can have Bill and Joe. Okay, Bill can be that one that you want in your life. Joe can be the one that's outspoken, and mostly more outspoken men and the ones that's just ready to go grab are the ones that's no good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Now, Joe could have said, "Hey, Nick, let's go out." Oh, yes, okay. He took initiative. He asked. But Joe got Angie, Rashida, Angelica, and Joe is right here. He's the one that you need in your life, the one that's going to hold everything down for you, one that's going to take care of you, one that's going to have your back totally.
Then Joe needs to speak up to that.
But Joe is just not, he's too shy.
Nah, I think if Joe see his potential woman, potential wife, even all he got to do is come past her desk and smile at her once or twice. You know what I'm saying? I think then Joe gonna have to step up and be like, "So I was thinking maybe we go out to lunch or something of that effect."
I mean, maybe he should, but there's some that don't. So what's wrong with her saying, "Hey, let's go"?
I don't know.
Let's be realistic, Stacey. I'm addressing you on this again.
Okay.
So you let her ask you out because you're Joe and Joe is nervous or doesn't have the wherewithal to ask her out, right?
Right.
Down the line, you think she's still happy with Joe?
No.
Because Joe is not a person who takes charge. And you know how women are about that.
Come on. Now, wait a minute. Joe could, Joe, we got the names mixed up. But
the shy guy versus the outgoing guy.
He can be the one that takes charge, but just in this situation, he's at work. When a man is at work, his mind is in a different spot.
No.
Yeah.
No. And I'm gonna say this. So for me, the shy guy, I feel like I didn't initiate it. I didn't ask you out. So then we walking down the street and somebody, comes to attack. And I feel like I'm the dominant one at that point. I feel like I'm the aggressor. I'm the boy. I think it flips the roles.
No, it don't. It don't. Not at all. It depends on what type of man he is. Now, if you got one that's gonna just shy away from anything, the wind blew too hard. Yeah, then you hightail it out of there.
He's but if he's gonna
but if he's gonna protect you, if you got a pack of wolves coming up and he's gonna take them wolves on each by hand, there's no problem with that.
Okay, so
with her initiating the dating process, there is nothing wrong with that. As long as the wind don't blow too hard and he runs and ducks, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
All I hear is, you didn't even have the guts to ask me out.
First real argument. That's what's coming up.
That's true. That is true.
So with that being said, okay, so she asked him out. Okay, cool. He gonna go out with her. Do you feel like he's gonna take her serious?
Yes.
And I don't feel like that a man's gonna take a woman serious in that situation. I feel like he always gonna be like, she a hottie thotty because she asked me out. She probably asking out everybody. She thirsty.
Not at all.
I'm agreeing with Stacey that you're viewing men all as one type. There are alpha men, there are beta men, there's different types. And there are also alpha women, beta women, and all them other types. And I can see an alpha woman going to a beta and asking him out and him being perfectly fine.
He might be, but she gonna get bored after a while.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Look, here comes my nerd. Many studies that alpha woman, beta men get along very well because there is a balance. It doesn't change them being man and woman. There's a different dynamic. So it depends on the dude. Because alpha man gonna do it. That's him.
So maybe for me, I don't want a beta guy. Maybe that's where I'm at. He asked me.
Yeah.
He asked me the first time and the second time. He made the initiatives. He asked on the date. So that put you in that alpha position in my mind. Even though I'm an alpha, you know what I'm saying, kind of woman. Mm-hmm. But it's still like, even with you still took out of that. Like, I was never going to be the one to get that initiative.
That's just me. Initiative. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? But there's men that would not mind the woman taking charge for the first time, and then after that, he's taking charge. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
And so after that, then it's just gonna be cool, and he's just gonna take charge for everything.
Yeah.
I don't agree with you.
Okay.
But we're gonna agree to disagree on this point, because I just, ladies, and I feel like it depends on what you want out of the relationship. Mm-hmm. So if you are just looking for, you just want to be spicy, and you like, hey, I'm about to go over there and buy him a drink. Okay, cool. But you might not be looking for a long-term marriage relationship. I think it just kind of offsets the dynamics. And women, if you approached your husband and you took your husband out on the first date or asked him out on the first date, and it's worked, and it's like 20 years later, hit me up. School me and let me know how wrong I am. But I really feel like it does not... It won't last. I really feel like it won't last.
What's the difference, like you said, if she go buy him a drink and he just, put it on her, just got her mind blown. She initiated that dating process. If she even go buys him a drink.
I wouldn't buy a guy a drink
even though that she's sitting there saying, oh man, I like that man. He looks so good. I like his mannerisms and everything. And she didn't take the initiative to go over there. She just might have passed up on the best thing that she could have had.
No.
That's a game. That's playing games. It's 2018. If you want it, you go get it.
It's all a game.
Yeah, and she just lost.
No, not necessarily, because she's a good woman.
Because she didn't even
There's
try.
going to be another good man that's going to come along and will fill that spot. No, he missed out, I think. I think that it's like, I feel like he might have missed out because he didn't take that initiative to say, hey girl. I think, and especially if a woman is showing interest, to a man, it's a difference. If a woman is showing interest to a man, then that gives him the open door. We give y'all the open door when we like, hey, we come past your cube every day. You know what I'm saying? We let you know when there's bagels in the cafeteria every day. Mm-hmm. Then we opening up the door for that and saying, hey, if you are interested, let me know, because we always interested in somebody. Oh, he cute, and then we interested. Oh, his hair is nice, and then we interested all the time. Mm-hmm. But if some
men, on the other end, men are stupid. So how do you let them know that?
What? Y'all are not stupid.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't do a hint and automatically he catches it.
Y'all are not stupid. Y'all know what y'all want when y'all want it.
We know what we want. I agree
right, so
with that.
we didn't ask you.
But
I feel like
the flipping hair and
if you didn't ask, you don't. Is that what you said? Exactly. If you didn't ask, you didn't want me. Exactly.
How many situations men have been put in? We've seen men put in because they went too hard thinking that that's what she wanted.
That is not, no. This is a cop-out. This is us doing the work for y'all.
No, it's not. It is not.
So we got comments about the proposal land. So.
Okay, so we ready to get, we're probably ready to get there anyway. Yeah, we got a video too beforehand.
So Jennifer Hinton Porter says, women can ask men out, but women should not ask a man to marry her. Will Hodges says, hell yeah, let the lady take charge so I don't have to guess where to eat. And He also says that women can propose and she loses out if she don't ask. Karen Moore says, I wouldn't propose, but I have no problem asking a guy out. And Tresnay Adkins says, anytime she's tried to go to a dude, she was on one to seduce him to get something. Just saying.
That's so too. and we got a coach too. That's whole nother dynamic.
You out and coming, I am on one.
You gonna owe me at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? You owe me, bruh. Pay up. You know what I'm saying? It changes the whole dynamics. The only one time I've paid for a first date. And I've mentioned this before, I paid for the first date, but bruh, you gotta work off that shrimp and salad bar, because that's now I'm the one taking you out, and I feel like that. And I think we kind of had some ulterior motives when we do. We just might want to, get a little something. But we gonna come into that's humping for anybody who, for who's new to the game. We are gonna talk about the proposal. So it's interesting to hear that women will approach a man and ask him out. I would like to know how well does that work for anybody, and then we'll talk about the proposing part. So we're gonna play a little video, and this is a video to help you out, ladies, because I'm all about education. This video, are we ready for the video?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay, this video is how to propose to a man. For those of you guys who needs that help.
Hi, I'm Donna Barnes. I'm a life and dating coach and owner of NY Dating Coach here in New York City. In this clip, we'll talk about how to ask a man to marry you. So who says that the girl can't ask the question? If you've been with somebody for a while and you've been hoping that he was going to ask you and you feel like maybe he has cold feet and he's just shy or doesn't know how to do it, then go ahead, you take the reins. You can do it exactly the same way he would. Plan a romantic moment. You can even get down on one knee if you want. Have some fun with it. I think he would be appreciative if he's been trying to figure out how to do it and you've now taken the pressure off for him. So make it a romantic moment. Share your feelings and just ask. Ask just the same way a guy would. And you can even have a ring for him and have a box for him to open and really surprise him. This is Donna Barnes from New York City.
All right. Now, ladies, that was for you. Educational. How to propose to a man. First off, he was like extremely happy white people. Did you see him? He was like, oh my God, she got down. Yay. I don't want to marry you anyway, Bill, because you're like, it's just not a good look. Not a good look. I'm telling y'all.
This thing was definitely Bill.
It was definitely a Bill. If that video helped anybody, just like and subscribe to her channel because I'm sure there's other things.
If that video helped anybody seek professional.
Please, and then message me. Okay, so we're talking about, is it okay for a woman to ask a man to marry her? No.
No, why do you think so?
I do not think so. I don't think it's a good idea because I feel like there are very few things that are still traditional. And I think that marriage proposals are one of those things. I feel like that when a man asks a woman to marry him, he's expressed his interest, he's expressed his desire, and this is in theory that he's on the up and up, his desire to care for her and to be her covering and to be her protector. And he's saying, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. There's no question about who he wants to be with. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that is just a role for the man to handle.
So if it's the role for the man to handle, if I'm saying I want to be with her, you know, that's who I want, and I just ask her and I get turned down, do I get the club her in the head and drag her off by her hair? I mean, I'm just saying.
I think that most men who are asking a woman to marry him know that woman. Smart guys. Now, there are some guys that meet her today and then tomorrow they're like, oh, marry me. But I think that most men can feel them out. They've had conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? They've talked about it. They know what each other's life goals are. And I think that he knows that it's the right time. You know what I'm saying?
So why not the woman asking? I mean,
because I feel like when she's putting herself in that position, I feel like she's taking control of the situation. I feel like it changes the dynamics of the relationship. How would you feel? What man wants to be the one standing there, giddy, while someone is down on their knee in front of them, proposing? Oh, Stacy, would you marry me? What's your reaction? No, you feel like, oh.
No, I'll be like, I'll be shocked, you know, and I'll get you up and, you know, I'll say yeah. But if a woman asks a man, there's no different from the man asking her.
There's definitely a difference.
Nah, I don't
That's the man's role. Men love the hunt. Now, y'all been telling us all this long.
So the woman
men love the hunt.
The woman should be in the kitchen, pregnant, barefooted, with dinner made at 5 o'clock.
If you at work paying all the bills and I can spend your extra money, yes, knock me up, put me in the kitchen. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, let's get it popping, because I like being at home watching Steve Wilkos all day. But, you know, that's not what happens in life. So let me
Your
do
life
something.
ambition is to be a bum?
No, I'm gonna do
Sponsored.
Yeah, I'm a sponsored. Yeah, and I'm gonna sell Tupperware. I'm gonna sell Tupperware and toys to the other ladies in the neighborhood. I got a plan. Mary Kay.
Wow. But I still think it's okay for a woman to propose to a man.
And why do you feel it's so? You don't feel like it? I'm coming to those questions in a minute. I want to get to the next part because we like to keep the show aligned with the Word of God, right? So let's talk about Ruth and Boaz. This story right here, ladies, will keep y'all single or to keep y'all searching. I don't know, but I think that this is one of those misinterpreted stories, and women use this story to validate. To validate what see, now you told me all off looking at me, so validate them proposing to a man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that this is one of those stories. So you don't know, Ruth, let me give y'all the short version that's on here. The son of Rahab, Boaz was a wealthy landowner in Bethlehem, kinsman to a bunch of people. Naomi's late husband, he noticed Ruth, who was a widowed Moab daughter-in-law of Naomi. So basically, Naomi had some issues. Her sons died. She brought Ruth back with her, right? So they were poor. So Ruth was working in the field gleaning to get food and stuff for her and Naomi. So Boaz had noticed her. It was his field. He noticed her. He showed her favor. He sent her extra food. Like, who's that fine woman down in there? So he showed her a little extra favor, right? So one of the things that Naomi did was like, hey, he feeling you. Now this is what you do. So what she did was that she sat at his feet. He uncovered her feet. She uncovered his feet, and that was like a sign to say, "Hey, I bet you'd be great to go out with one day." You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't her proposing marriage to him. That was just her saying, "Hey, I'd be down if you asked."
See,
and then he turned around and he did all the necessary steps to make her his wife, because there was some other stuff involved. Y'all got to read the story yourself. Google it. But women use that story to say, "Look, Ruth proposed to Boaz and it worked out for her." That's not what she did. She positioned herself.
Aggressively.
She positioned, but she just positioned herself, aggressively positioned herself to say, "Hey, I'm down." But then he still had to take the initiative to get the business affairs straight with the other person who she was really would have been promised to, and make the moves to make her his wife.
Okay.
So even biblically, even in the one story that we say, "Oh, that's okay," it's not okay.
It is okay.
How you just go against my whole story? I even Googled it.
Because we disagree. We disagree.
I mean, we just went through that. So how do you think it would make the men in the room? How would it make you feel for a woman that you were dating to get down on one knee?
For one, she don't even have to get down on one knee. I don't.
But most do.
No. If I seen her heading down on one knee, I'ma stop her. From Are you gonna stop her? You gonna wonder whoa. Now, if we in a public area, I'ma stop her.
Is it March 7th or 14th?
Now, if we in the bedroom or the living room, you go to one knee. I'm like, yeah, let's get it. But I mean, if you in a public area and she's heading down on one knee, I don't want you on one knee. You don't have to be on one knee.
What you gonna do?
I'm going to stop her. She can still ask me what she got to ask me. Now, if I'm going to say yes or no, I'm not going to knock her for asking me. That just shows me, dang, she really loves me and really wants to spend her life with me.
And then probably what you say you're going to do.
Now, if I'm feeling that way at that time, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'll marry you. And then later on, after she proposed to me, so now I know where she is, I'm going to give her the proposal.
What's wrong with having an adult conversation in private to say, "So what are your life goals?" "Well, I'd like to be married in a few years." "Oh, well, that's great. I'd like to be married too." Now it's on the table. Now the man proposes.
It don't always have to be like that. Women's timelines are way more advanced than men's. Y'all already married the second day we didn't exchange numbers.
I got a couple comments here. Marcellus, he said he came in late. I don't even know what the topic is, but I'm rolling with my man Stacy.
Right on, Marcellus.
Karen A. Moore, referencing your story, she said she was showing that she was available, talking about
Ruth and Boaz.
Obviously, I wasn't paying attention.
Wow.
Bernita says a down and out woman positioned herself to be married to a successful man What's different between then and now?
That's a whole other topic. Nothing.
So I have a story
Yeah.
that contradicts that.
Uh-huh.
Your girl went to Joe, pregnant, and was like, "Hey, don't you want to marry me?"
Are we talking about Jesus' story?
Yeah, it's about Jesus' mama.
But
Jesus' mama came to Joe.
But they were already betrothed. He had already gave the goats and the pigs. So even in that situation,
They broke up though.
Oh.
She came back to him like, "Come on, man."
No, they never even broke up. He had a mind to put her away privately, and then he had the dream, and then he was like, "Well, dang, I guess I gotta keep her."
If we break up with you in our mind, we broke up. Even if I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, God had to come back and be like, "Nah, bro, I'm doing something. Just hang on for a minute." You know what I'm saying? But even in that situation, I still think that now I done lost my whole train of thought thinking about the Jesus story. But
That's what I do.
thank you. I just don't think that. I think that it won't last. I think that some things are. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. I think that marriage and relationships and the dynamics of relationships are something that stayed and has stand the test of time. And the reason why we're having such a hard time now in relationships and marriage is because the roles have reversed. The dynamics have changed in relationships. Now I'm asking you, can I please cover you? Can I please come? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just not the way I don't think God intended. And I'm using God because, there are different religions that get married, but I'm just coming from the Christian standpoint where in my mind weddings came from and the marriages came from.
And I'm just saying times change. The women, fought for women's rights to be equal to men.
Girl power. I'm
You know what I'm
Christian
saying?
feminist.
So-
That's me.
You can't say we want to be equal to men, but then we don't want to be equal to men in A category or D category. You got to be all straight around. Now, if a woman asks a man to marry her, she better know that he's gonna be the head of the household and he's gonna be her covering, whether or not she asking. I mean, that goes.
Why hasn't the man? If they're to a point to where she feels they should be getting married, what are some of the reasons why men haven't asked yet?
Because it's just not on his mind. I mean, not on his mind, but y'all once again, y'all timelines are just way more advanced than ours. Like our sex drive, we go for 2 days, it's 2 months. So y'all already married 2 months in
2 hours into the first date. We married.
Yeah.
And sometimes.
So maybe he wants to get himself together, get his plan together. Maybe he got a plan in the work to give you a huge proposal. But y'all like, well, no, I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to get married. He's like, hold on.
Y'all see how that works? Y'all see how that changed? Now it's her being a girl. Oh, you want to get married?
No, that's how y'all are. Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm ready to get married. I'm ready to get married. And he's like, wait a minute, I want to go write her name across the sky, so I got to find an airplane to do that, and we parachute from Mount Everest and everything.
So with
but
that
y'all
being
still
said,
like, hey, I'm ready to get married.
So with that being said, Mr. Major, should we not wait until the man is ready and in position in his own mind to wait for that proposal? You just made my argument.
I was
Join us next week for Speak On It, where we know.
wait, go.
I said, so with that being said, should we wait for the man to have gotten into position and wait for that proposal? Because now we rushing and we jumping the gun. And that's what we're going to talk about in a minute. Why are some of the reasons we feel that women do propose to men? Some of the reasons I believe are because we tired of waiting. It's been 6 years, and he still ain't asked me to marry him. He don't want to marry you.
I mean, 6 years down the line.
He's still holding you out.
See, then you got to figure out what's the proper time. What is a proper timeline for men and women to get married? I mean, you just can't say, 6 months or a year or 2 years. I mean, every relationship and every individual is different. So there has to be a timeline for men and women that correspond with each other.
Yeah, but so when women propose, I feel like they're jumping the gun. because you probably do got something. So what if the you planned this great proposal for me? It was awesome. I wanted to marry you. Part of me was like, oh, I'm getting antsy because I knew I wanted to marry you. You know what I'm saying? You Stacy, so I knew that's where I wanted to be. So what if? So you proposed on a Saturday. What if Friday I jumped the gun and I'm like, oh, down in Times Square, you done put all this work together, and I'm like, I can't wait no more. I'm just gonna propose now, and then I propose to you.
And you know
wouldn't that kind of like spoil the surprise?
No, because you still don't know I got my surprise. Now, if you did it, you know, like I said, if it was in a public place, I wouldn't let you get on one knee. If we was at home, we wouldn't even tell nobody. That'd just be between me and you. But that Saturday, I would still surprise you, still keep every plan going, and still surprise you.
But I feel now I feel like it's an afterthought. Like
No,
there's
it's
some
not an
things as a
afterthought.
woman where we kind of be like, and maybe it's just me, where we're kind of like, dang, if I'd have just waited, you know, dang, he had this whole great thing and I did this because I was impatient, but then he fulfilled my real fantasy of having this whole proposal planned down, but I was too impatient, and now I done missed out on having that full experience, because it's not the full experience no more, because I already did it the day before. We missed out on that full experience.
I think it would be.
I don't agree.
So I got a question.
I don't know.
I got a question for that. Just because he isn't proposing, does that mean that he loves you any less?
It doesn't. I don't think it means that they love you any less. I think that they're not ready to make you their wife. That's what I really think. I really think that at that point, they are not ready to make you their wife, or they're just not ready for that level in life, which then makes me wonder, how ready will they really be? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you think if the situation was rushed, do you think that the man would just kind of hurry up and get ready and be ready?
If it was rushed, probably so. That's hard. If he was rushed, he would do it, but it wouldn't be to his full potential.
It is a turn off to men for us to rush the agenda.
Definitely.
So is it a turn off to men if we propose to them ahead of the game?
Not necessarily.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm. I think it's okay for a woman to propose, but you know.
You got any comments from the peanut gallery? I'm just wondering.
No new comments. But I think, at least on Facebook. But I think it's an issue of timing for both parties. So both parties should have already had a conversation about marriage, and it should already be, yes, this is something we want to do. I think with women, the proposal should be different if you're going to do it. It shouldn't be a ring. It shouldn't be down on one knee. It should be some other type of very expensive gift that's kind of matching. Like, an engagement
Pair of Jordans. No, I'm just
You don't even wear Jordans.
I don't even wear them.
luxury
Watch. I was thinking of watch too.
With some, diamonds or something in it. Proposals don't have to have an answer right away, right? Like, that's the nature of proposing anything. So it could be a conversation at dinner. I would love to marry you, and you had this item as a showing that it wasn't an afterthought. You put time into this. And you could actually give him time to come up with an answer in 30 days. I'm very businesslike. I don't know.
Yeah, it ain't gonna take 30 days.
She don't want the answer right now, but
it's not about putting you on the spot on ultimatum. We've already had a conversation about it. This is where I am, and you could ask that way. I don't think it goes for every man though, but I think a woman can do that and do it in that way. And
I would say don't do it in public. I've seen very public proposals from women that, and some have gone very, very bad, like horrible. But I would not suggest it being. We seen this one cute proposal. What was we watching? We was watching one of the shows on Fox, the doctor show, whatever that is. It's a new little doctor show. The woman was dying. And they was gonna get married. They were an old couple, like 80s, 90s type.
She had cancer.
She had cancer, yeah. And so they were gonna do a surgery. And so she was like, "I got one request. I want to marry you beforehand." That was sweet. I thought that was sweet. He was like, "Oh, I thought women couldn't ask me to marry him." But in that situation, I thought it was very sweet. It was very personal. It was, I thought that was really nice.
And that's
for her to ask.
And that's along the lines where it's okay for a woman to ask. It don't have to be in public. It just it just don't. So I I'm sticking with it.
If I asked you to marry me, you'd have been okay with that though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I had any question about you saying yes, saying yes, it wouldn't have been public.
Any question about me saying yes?
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't have been public.
I don't know.
No, I know. It wouldn't have been public. I want you.
Exactly. I think that's what you said. So I think that today's show we've come to agree to disagree. I do not. I really think, ladies, I'm gonna say that for Stacey and Nikki Love. I think that we have come to the point to where we agree to disagree, maybe on this topic. We'd love to hear more in the comments. We are about to do our next segment, which is Stacey and Nikki Love. Then we complete our argument. All right, Mr. Majors.
Yes.
For your Stacey and Nikki Love tip of the week.
If you see something you want, go get it. I mean, that's just what it is. You see a job you want, go get it. You see a man you want, go get him. If you see a woman you want, go get her. That's just what it is. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're below grade because you went and got what you wanted.
Yeah, I would say, yay, go for it. But I would also like to say, make sure that you are doing it from a place because that's what you really want and you don't feel like that's what you have to do. Nobody's asked me out. Nobody's going to ask me to marry him. So in a place of desperation, you position yourself in a way to start asking people to date you or to marry you or something to that effect. Make sure you know that it's a genuine interest. And there is a difference between positioning and pursuing. And if you position yourself, then I believe that the man will catch on and he will do the pursuing. And that way you know for a fact that he is interested in you because that's a big deal. A lot of times we don't know if a man is really interested in us.
Yeah.
But when you let them make the move, then you know for a fact that he is, in my mind.
I'm going to say something. Why does the 300-pounder unattractive woman got a fine man? Because she pursued him, she went to go get what she wanted.
Not always. She makes good fried chicken. That's all I'm saying. Men like to eat.
She pursued him with that fried chicken.
We're getting a wrap it up button.
And
now
y'all
we're going to get hate mail.
How she get him? She went to go get what she wanted.
Anyway, we want to thank you for joining us this week on Speak On It, where we like to keep it fun, keep it real, and keep it aligned with the Word of God, and sometimes keep it very offensive. We ask that you join us next week, and we will see you next week on Speak On It. I'm Miss Nikila.
I'm Mr. Major.
We'll tune in next week. Peace.